I'm not here to take someone's place. I am Ganga, and I have my own identity. Radhika needs you now. Please sit with her and go assure her that no matter what happens, you will never leave her side.
Handling the accounts of this is my responsibility. I will find out why this money is unaccounted for.
You have one night to make sure that you carry out your duties properly, Shiv, because from tomorrow, you will no longer have a role to play here.
No one is allowed to touch Parvati's things no matter what. No one at all, least of all you.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Ganga and Saga have gone to get Krishna.
Yes.
Niranjan is in critical condition. We cannot wait any longer. They should come immediately.
Why won't you do the test? Tell me, Kashish, why won't you do it?
Because I'm not pregnant, Ganga.
I cannot allow a liar like you to live in my house. Get out of here right now.
The Chaturvedis will never be able to guess who is behind all of this. And hats off to you, Yash.
Yash? Get in the car, then our driver is going to take you straight to your daughter.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Sincere apologies. Let's do that again. It is Friday, June 20, 2025. Thanks so much for joining us for CVM News at noon. I am Carolyn Brown. With reports Jamaica is experiencing a significant drop in serious crimes and poverty, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says these are issues Jamaicans once considered ungovernable. A local economist is throwing out suggestions on how Jamaica can increase its gross domestic product, GDP, utilizing technology. Dr. Andre Horton, who is the Shadow Minister on Technology and Innovation, believes, like Singapore and China, Jamaica can change its economic trajectory. Here's more from Daniela McLaughlin.
More Jamaicans are embracing technology and its ability to boost productivity. However, despite the Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin reporting a record low 3.5% unemployment rate, Shadow Minister on Innovation and Technology, Dr. Andre Horton, says productivity level has not increased.
The unemployment rate is very low. However, if you scrutinize the numbers, you would realize that gross domestic product, which is GDP, the amount of people being employed on an annual basis, has increased, but the amount of goods that we're producing has remained the same. We need the people who are currently working to produce more.
But he believes technology can change that.
The number one factor that contributes to the increase in the extensive margin is technology. Countries like China, you look at countries like South Korea, whose GDP back in 1950s was $158 per person. Today, South Korea's GDP per capita is over $34,000 per person.
He explains Singapore is one technological leader that was able to increase its gross domestic product per capita. And he contends Jamaica is able to benefit from the same level of economic advancement.
Singapore, it tells a similar story. A country being dissected from their motherland, the Philippines, and they themselves had to make some really important choices to improve the lives of their people. Among those choices was one, they made a pledge to retain the youngest and the brightest. And not only to retain them, but to attract outsiders who are young and bright to contribute to the development of that country. Both of us have the same potential, and Jamaican people also has the ability that has been displayed by a lot of these Asian people.
Dr. Horton wants Jamaican youth to be empowered to participate in the development of the economy. Daniela McLaughlin, CVM News.
The results of the Grade 6 PEP examination were released at 11 this morning and will be available to parents at 1 o'clock. According to Minister of Education Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, the students' performance this year has increased compared to last year's sitting.
So how did the children do? All right, so we're looking at mathematics, and this is very encouraging when you look at it. If we look at when they were in grade 4, the 2023 tests, a quarter of them, 25.5% of our children were seen as being at the developing stage. In grade 4, 25.5% of them were at the beginning stage, meaning they were very basic in maths. But if we look by grade 6 this year, only 3% of them were seen to be at the beginning level. But what it says is that the interventions, the work being done by the schools, is paying off. And we can see with a challenging cohort, we're seeing progress being made.
The government is commending the recent successes driving down major crimes in Jamaica, with the Information Minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, highlighting the push for safety and security throughout the country. Nika Lois has more from that post-cabinet media briefing.
Major crimes are down again, and the government is underscoring its efforts in the endeavour from resources to legislative amendments for gun-related crimes and murders.
Murders are down 44.2%. So every week it gets better and better. Jamaica is becoming safer every single day. And when we look at the numbers since the start of the year up to June 14, and this is the data up to June 14, which is not that far, so a few days ago, murders are down by 44.2%. Shootings are down by 32.5%, and overall major crimes are down by 18.8%.
When compared to the same period for 2024, that translates to a whopping over 200 lives saved.
Fewer Jamaicans have lost their lives to senseless violence. That's 240 people here who would not have been here but for the work of the JCF and the work of the administration. And so, as always, I put that first because that is a very important news story, and us getting safer and safer is important for us to celebrate as a country.
Dr. Morris says the thrust to provide a safer country extended to other areas, including agriculture, long preyed upon by criminals.
The government's intensified fight against predial larceny with the launch of the Agricultural Protection Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And this new branch was officially launched on June 13. And the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, the Honourable Floyd Green, he welcomed the new branch, and he noted that this was a clear response to farmers' long-standing concerns about theft. So the APB, which is what we're calling it, will be structured around agricultural protection units spread across all of JCF's 5 area commands and covering 19 regions.
Angela Melville, CVM News.
There's a call for more to be done to equip the police with the proper knowledge on how to handle matters involving members of the Rastafarian faith. Attorney at Law Dr. Marcus Goff addressed the concerns on CVM's lead story following the closure of a case in the Westmoreland Parish Court in favor of a man who was arrested and charged for cultivating and using marijuana.
We've heard from the police. Some police have said to us, frankly, they think the law is not so clear. Has some grey areas. We don't agree. We think it invites an open interpretation. But the fact is that if there is need for clarity, then we have asked, and in fact, the Minister of Justice in 2023, Mr. Tadaro Chuck, wrote to the former Commissioner of Police asking him to recognize the Rastafari community rights and to afford us the space to be able to exercise our rights freely while the ministry works through some other, administrative matters. Yes. But we have not seen any kind of action from the police. We'd love to see something in the force orders that says to the police what they must or must not do. Yes. So they must proceed, they must do certain investigation and have certain evidence before they are going to prosecute anybody who says, I am a Rasta man or Rasta woman.
CVM News at noon will continue in just a moment.
We love our country. Like you, we take pride in building Jamaica. The resilience of our people is cemented in our products, built to last for generations. Laying the foundation for thriving communities, we're committed to excellence and quality. Quality products, quality relationships. We're all proud Jamaicans, working hard, doing good, building a sustainable future for all. That same unbeatable spirit runs through us. We are made of Jamaica.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
The Time is brought to you by Ford Territory.
Welcome back. A team of geology experts is imploring local authorities to manage waterways and other water resources properly before it's too late. Let's get more from Adrian Williams.
Geologists and hydrologists from the University of the West Indies Mona campus are imploring authorities to enforce better management of water sources and waterways which provide the precious commodity for the Kingston and St. Andrew corporate area. Coordinator for the Institute for Sustainable Development and the Director of the Center for Environmental Management at the University of the West Indies, Dr. David Smith, believes better management of watersheds are needed.
If we people are in Kingston and we like the benefit of water, we pay very little attention to the maintenance of the watersheds that provide us with the water. We pay very little attention to the quality of life of the people who live in the watersheds that provide us with water, and we need to change that.
Senior lecturer in the Department of Geography and Geology at the UWI Mona campus, Dr. R. Peter Mandal, seconds the plea for better management, highlighting that our water quality options have been reduced.
Kingston wells are contaminated. There are about 30 wells in Kingston, groundwater wells. Right now we have 11 wells which are pumping. And of that, 6 are from NWC and the rest are private wells. Now they shut down all the remaining because of sewage, improper sewage management and saline water. Now I am seeing sewage pipes being laid in Kingston. In some areas they are dug and sewage pipes are. So I hope it will be improved and new wells will open up. Old wells will be opened up.
We see here a heavy intake flow coming from the Yalas River in St. Thomas, but the opposite seen here coming from the Hope River in St. Andrew.
So we have heard hydrologists and geologists encouraging persons to treat the water sources with respect, along with encouraging government policies to ensure persons stay in line. I'm Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
To news overseas now, the number of refugees who have fled Sudan has now surpassed 4 million since the war there, which began 3 years ago. Tens of thousands crossed into Chad in just the past month, fleeing attacks in Darfur by the paramilitary RSV. The UN Refugee Agency says the crisis has reached breaking point and food supplies are running out. Let's go to a break. We'll be right back.
Tens of thousands fleeing the fighting in Sudan's North Darfur. The United Nations Refugee Agency say that from late May to early June, an average of 1,000 people crossed into eastern Chad every day. It's where Musa Mansour Isa hopes to find peace.
We spent 3 days in the bush evading the rebels. There's no one left. It's hell on earth.
He's unaware that hundreds of thousands of his compatriots who arrived here 2 years ago are still struggling. Khadija Hassan queues for supplies for herself, an elderly mother, and 6 children.
The food we receive for a month would last only a few days. We must either find other means or starve.
As funding dwindles, the situation worsens.
We'll continue with sports in just a moment.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think alone, think Chris and Charles.
Are you ready for something mega? Mega Mart giving away a brand new 2025 Hyundai